There's a lot of times I just walk and walk and walk and walk all day long, you know, and look in garbage cans and look everywhere, you know, and when night came, a lot of the time I'd go back to the library and sit until they were closed, and then I'd take off and go find some place to sleep. People don't know the places that you can sleep at. There are so many places. I was taught you don't sleep in that stuff, and it was home to me.
We were split up for almost like 2 years waiting for our housing because the places were too small for the size of our family.
It's always scary staying in a motel because you don't know who's living next door.
We were separated because my husband wasn't allowed to be there with us. So he had to be in the men's shelter, and I was in the women's shelter with the children.
We went to move in at the Union Gospel Mission right after he got out of the NICU. And it didn't work very well there. It was just too much on my plate, you know? It was hard.
I was doing real good until one day I think that the hole just dropped in on me. I didn't care no more.
We had to sleep in our van, and it was really cold. The only thing what we had was just our jackets.
I can understand why homeless people jump off bridges, walk in front of cars, because there's just nothing there.
There's a truth in the Bible that says the poor, the needy, will be with you always. My goal is not to eliminate them. My goal is to help them with their needs.
You see a mom pushing a baby carriage, and she may have a couple bags hanging over the handles on the baby carriage. That's what they have. That's all they have.
We are seeing more individuals who just can't make it on their own in the community with working full-time, paying rent, paying food, paying gas. They're getting behind, and they don't have a place to go.
There's a lot of families going homeless now because there's certain parts of town that are getting shut down.
When he went to the hospital, I was still working. The bills were getting piled up because he was no longer able to work. That was it. That was it. Things just fell apart for us.
And sometimes during the week, we don't even have gas for him to go to work. He has to walk to work, and we don't have gas to get down to the banquet to eat. It's a long walk from out here, especially walking with 4 kids.
We usually go by time. It takes an hour to get to the banquet and an hour to come back.
I don't think if you work in a position like I've got here that you could ever believe that we live in a society where everybody has an equal chance.
There are people in Sioux Falls, and there are a number of them that are hurting.
We see cases where mothers come in that have no place else to go. They'll come in late at night, and we find ourselves running to the local grocery store to buy them, some food for the kids, or even a half gallon of milk, just so the kids have something in their belly before they go to bed. But it's just something you have to do. You can't let these little kids go to bed hungry.
I know where to find food, believe me. I'll wait till this place will throw out their garbage, and I'll go, and it's still warm. There ain't nothing wrong with it, It tastes good to me.
If you're homeless, sometimes, it doesn't hurt to me to beg, panhandle. That's survival on the street.
I didn't really want my children to be in this situation. I see other people, I don't think they don't even know how hard it is to be out there with children. I just want it safe for them.
I'm amazed at how many of the homeless are folk more like us than not. They have families, they have children, they have jobs off and on, they're trying to keep jobs. What they don't have is a safety net.
These are good people that live here, and this isn't something that they chose, not one of them.
Don't think you're any different than they are, because you're not. Oh, but for the grace of God, there goes I.
You walk a mile in their shoes until you're there. It's pretty easy to be judgmental of people.
There's so much potential in so many people, and we tend to overlook that sometimes and only see the negative and only see the mistakes people make.
I think people just need to understand that it's real, that it is a problem. And when they see this population in the parks, walking down the street, their choices were taken away long ago.
Have you ever